The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers premiered on Fox Kids on August 28, 1993, and a pop culture phenomenon was born. Toys, action figures, and other merchandise flew off the shelves, and game developers rushed to get cartridges into kids' hands. 5 different video games titled Mighty Morphin Power Rangers were released based off the hit show, each unique for its respective system. For the Sega Genesis owners, gamers were treated to a fighting game. The game's story is as simple as an episode. Rita Repulsa is trying to take over Earth, and the Rangers must battle a variety of her monsters to stop her. You battle each monster as a Ranger, then Rita makes her monster grow, and then you fight him a second time as a Zord. Graphically, this game is okay looking. It could have been a little bit brighter with the colors, but for the most part, the Rangers look like Rangers, the bad guys and the monsters look like the monsters that they're supposed to be, and there are some decent cutscenes throughout the story mode, but the Rangers are just simple palette swaps of each other except for the Pink Ranger. But the backgrounds are also super generic, so they did an okay job with it, but they certainly could have done a little bit more. For the music, again, it's the same thing. It's pretty generic and it's also pretty forgettable. It sounds and feels a little bit like the Power Rangers, but at the same time, it just doesn't get you pumped up and really wanting you to play this game. And you don't even kind of realize it's playing in the background once you get going. So definitely something, again, they didn't put in a lot of effort to make it really stand out. As far as the gameplay is concerned, this is another one where they went for basics, and it was too basic to be a good fighter game. You only have a couple moves. Everyone plays the same for the most part, except for their special moves. And the AI in the game is just kind of blah. They do enough that they can provide somewhat of a challenge, but not enough that you're like, oh, I really like playing this challenge. It's more of kind of just that annoying challenge of, okay, it feels cheap at times or whatever. I did discover on my playthrough that the Black Ranger is certainly the most overpowered Ranger to use, and definitely an easy one just to go ahead and start doing his axe attack, and it seemed like the monsters couldn't block that at all, which really hurt the replayability of this game. When you are in the Zords, it's a lot more fun to play. I really liked using the Dragon Zord over the Megazord, simply because I felt like more of his special moves were easier to pull off and certainly way more effective. But again, with this fighter, it's a super generic setup, and I just found myself button mashing more than anything to get through this game, and just in a short time sitting down with it, I was able to beat it within 20 minutes and not really attempt to pull off too many special moves. The game is super short. Like I said, it took about 20 minutes. You fight a total of 10 fights with 5 different bad guys. So not a whole lot there, which makes it even less replayable in the single player mode. It does have a 2-player mode in it. So I suppose that if you were with some hardcore Power Ranger fans, this might be kind of fun for you. But really, this is a game that it's not a whole lot that you want to go back to or pop it in. There's definitely a lot better fighter games to play with your friends. Overall, there's certainly worse fighter games out there. And if you're a Rangers fan, this game may have been good enough for you back then. But it hasn't aged that well, and there are better Power Ranger games out there. This is Must Skip Nostalgia.